Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a personal reading for someone who wanted to know about the general guidance around them and also their spiritual gifts. So if you found your way to this personal reading, but it isn't your personal reading, stay tuned because maybe there's some information that will come out for you as well. And if you would like to receive your own personal reading, head over to promiseharmony.com/services. All of the information will be in the comments below. So thank you to this person for allowing me to put this public. I haven't posted in the past couple days because this is what I've been doing like all day long. I've been working very, very hard on your personal readings, but I will have some pick a card readings coming back to the channel soon. So in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoy this message. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we're just gonna see where you're at in general, and then we'll look into some guidance for you. And then we'll end with your spiritual gifts. This person did purchase the basic reading, but I'm going to add some extra time to this reading. So, yes, you're definitely at this point in your path, which I've seen this card coming out for everybody lately. Because I feel like this is the energy that we're in right now. Just right after that full moon lunar eclipse we had in Aquarius. In a couple days, we're going to have the solar eclipse actually in Leo. And we just had the Lionsgate portal as well. So we're also in the middle of Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Uranus retrograde. So what does this mean? It's very interesting. It's kind of like a cosmic clusterfuck, you guys. We're really being squeezed right now and pulled in the energy to break way and make new beginnings. So this energy is pulling all of us, but you especially, into a new beginning. This is a time for us to start over. We're really supposed to be having blind faith right now. It's about going somewhere new. So you're entering a huge growth cycle right now. You're getting ready to take a risk, a big leap of faith. You're letting go of the past. You're letting go of old timelines and old stories about your past and who you've been, who you were, and you're allowing yourself to become something new. So this is all about living in the moment and letting go of control. This is about being in a place in your life where you're starting to stop over analyzing things and just taking a risk. So this is about going on an adventure, leaving people, places, things, situations behind that no longer serve you. Out with the old, in with the new. And then we're seeing the blasted oak. So this is talking about something coming in, an energy from out of the blue that just shakes you and just gets you to open up. So I'm actually going to read this to you. I wonder if this will really resonate with you and anyone else who's watching about the current energy. So this card says, what appears to be a random dissolution or destruction of your beliefs and relationships is timely and natural. The sea swallows what was built on shifting sand, and you are now liberated from being a powerless victim. Now you have a base on which your inner strength can adapt and evolve. This may happen suddenly with shocking speed. The trauma may leave you stunned and confused, but the fiery blast that sent you falling to earth has also jolted you from a state of trance that allowed you to avoid dealing with profound and fundamental issues. Don't be angry or bitter at this passing, for whatever has gone never really belonged to you. Be patient, wait, and learn from the process of loss. So remember that this loss is a transformation leading you to rebirth and new beginnings. So this energy, the bolt from the blue, it could have been a breakup or a breakdown of some kind of structure in your life. This is leading you to your freedom to be able to take risks. And so they're saying that currently you're finding a foundation for yourself so that you're able to really look ahead to the future and make some plans. There are some decisions that need to happen in your life. This decision card is sandwiched in between the passion card, the ecstasy card, and then also the relationship trauma card. So I feel like there has been some pain related to a relationship in your life, a romantic relationship, especially because we're seeing it next to this commitment bird, this marriage bird, this partnership bird. So maybe in this area of your life, you know, you were backstabbed or betrayed or something, because this card talks about betrayal. And so it's left you hesitant to move forward, not only in relationships, but just in your passions in general. Sometimes when you're really burned by life and burned by relationships, it keeps you from moving forward, because if you think about it, if you want to move forward with a passion or an interest, of course, you can build that on your own. But oftentimes you're going to have to reach out and work with other people to move towards your mission and your goals and your purpose. For instance, I'm doing tarot reading right now. In order for me to really express this, I put myself out there, I'm vulnerable, I'm connecting with you guys. And I also have clients and people that hit me up for my services. So it's like, there are people involved in this. Same thing with my fashion business. I mean, I don't think I would be able to have my fashion business going if it wasn't for the fact that I collaborate with photographers and makeup artists and models and other people. So they're saying oftentimes when you wish or when you dream or when you visualize or set a goal or set an intention, the answer oftentimes comes through other people or involves other people. So this is about being open to connection, trusting that by making the right choices in your life and really having strong boundaries, which is really trusting yourself to know which people, which relationships are toxic or aren't in alignment or aren't really settling right with you, and knowing how to set boundaries with those kinds of relationships, and knowing how to protect yourself in that way, and also allowing relationships, knowing that, not everybody's perfect, but at the same time, you can still interact and really love and connect with some people without having to really let a toxic influence come in, if that makes sense. So this is about reacting and interacting with people in a healthy way and being open to healthier relationships, knowing that there's going to be some people involved in this new path with you taking a risk, and maybe letting go of some other people that aren't really settling right with you. Maybe this is talking about a breakup you've been through and trying to find your passion and your joy on the other side of that, to find the courage and the worthiness and self-esteem and confidence to make decisions, to walk towards your desires and the things you want to do. This is also saying that you do have a lot of shaman energy. And so it's interesting you're asking about your spiritual gifts. I definitely believe that's a side of you that wants to be explored right now. And perhaps you're going to be using your spiritual gifts to help yourself. I always tell people it's a gift. So when someone gives you a gift, it's for you to use however you want to make yourself happy. But what really helps with spiritual gifts is you can use them to draw abundance into your life, to bless other people, to bless yourself, to give and receive, And so they're saying you'll find happiness through this path of exploring your gifts. And it might be that you're supposed to be some kind of guide or mentor or teacher for others. And maybe that's why you have this interest in this area of your life. So let's go ahead to your spiritual gifts, and we'll talk about them more in depth, because that is exactly what this reading is about. By the way, if anybody who's watching would like to know your spiritual gifts, I have a pick a card reading I've heard is pretty accurate. Just search in my pick a card reading folder, or just by typing on YouTube, Rainbow Harmony, what are your psychic and spiritual gifts? And I have a pick a card for that. But of course, if you would like to know more specifically, you can always hit me up for a personal reading. So let's go ahead and pull these cards. Also, to the person that purchased this reading, you can take that pick a card reading as well and see if there's any cards that come up in that like reiterates the cards I pulled for you right now. It'd be really interesting. So you do have quite a few gifts. Cognizance. Wow. So very interesting. Whoop. So you have the gift of claircognizance, which is basically clear knowing. You have the ability to know something without logic or facts. This is a very strong inner knowing. So you have strong feelings and intuitive thoughts that just pop into your head. Along with this is leadership qualities. So you just know things. Kind of reminds me of this friend I had who was going to have a baby, and I knew it was a boy. I just knew it. And she knows that I like do the tarot work and the psychic work, and so she was like, tell me what my child is, because she was gonna go get an ultrasound. And so I told her, it's a boy, it's a boy. And she went and got the ultrasound a week later, and it was a boy. And she was so shocked, and she was like, wow, how did you know? And I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? It was my claircognizance, you know? I have a lot of spiritual gifts, so I get messages in many ways, but sometimes you just know something and you're like, yes, like this is it. And it's pretty cool when you can use that gift to bless others, or just for fun, or even for yourself. I use this gift a lot when I'm meeting new people, or when I'm deciding who I should let into my circle, or who I should connect with or work with. Sometimes I get a feeling around someone that the energy isn't right for me, that something's off with the connection, and so I trust that. I don't move forward in relationships where I feel that strong sense of inner knowing. So this is basically your intuition, very, very strong intuition. And coupled with this gift, excuse me, this is the gift of clairsentience. So you have really clear feeling. You receive messages through your feelings, through your emotions, or through your physical sensations. This means that you can feel other people's emotions. So because of this, you can feel drained in public or around people. The news and the radio can be really difficult. But overall, you're an empath, you're an intuitive, you're an open heart, you feel things. And so I always tell people one really good way to know if you're extremely clairsentient is, like, let's say you're sitting in an audience and there's somebody on stage and that person is like really messing up and embarrassing themselves. Now, most people in the audience will kind of cringe a little bit and be like, oh man, that's awkward. But someone who's clairsentient will start getting sick to their stomach, they'll start sweating, they might start shaking, they might start having actual physical reactions because they're so tapped into that energy of that person on stage who's getting embarrassed or messing up or something. And so that's how you know you're clairsentient. Even watching movies can be hard because you get so sucked into the movie. Like, you might cry intensely because a movie has a certain ending. More than usual, though. You know, movies can be very moving, but it might be like you're having an extreme reaction. It's the vibe of the movie brings you down the rest of the day if it's a sad movie or something. Or when people are getting shot in a movie, or your heart might start racing, like more than just, you know, a normal reaction. Like, I'm talking extreme reactions to emotions and feelings. So this might sound like a curse, but it's actually a blessing, because your sensitivity is a gift that allows you to tap into your creative and artistic abilities. So people who have the gift of clairsentience are usually the most brilliant writers, really good dancers, amazing poets or musicians or singers. I mean, just very artistic people are usually clairsentient. So next we have the gift of astral projection. This sounds really sci-fi, but it's actually very simple. Okay, so what astral projection is it's a type of telepathy where you're a very vivid dreamer and meditator. So you have the ability to leave your body to receive information and healing. So basically this means that you might just have very vivid dreams and receive messages through your dreams. So it's really great to maybe leave a little notebook by your bed and start training yourself to remember your dreams, and start looking for common themes and symbols, especially reoccurring dreams. They definitely have big messages for you. Using a dream dictionary to interpret your dreams, meditating on the messages and symbols you receive in your dreams, even training yourself to lucid dream. That's like a whole other thing. I'm kind of working on that right now personally, but maybe even look into lucid dreaming, because that could help you. It could definitely help clear some energy and help you become more empowered and to really use this gift. Another aspect of this is that you're like a really strong meditator. So you might lay down in a group meditation. Everybody comes out of the meditation. They all talk about the things that they saw. And one person's like, I went to this beautiful field and I saw a deer. And another person's like, I went to the beach and walked along and picked up shells. And maybe you're like, okay, first I went to Jupiter, and then I went here, and then I, you know, shape-shifted into a dolphin, and then I, you know, went to the moon, and then I was in the stars, you know? And so that's you. Excuse me, I need to get my tea. I'm gonna have a drink of tea real quick. It's kind of early in the morning. So with this gift, it's basically just saying that you're very good at meditating, and you could actually use meditations to manifest, and also to balance your body. So I would start with just basic chakra clearing meditations if you haven't tried those already. And then, of course, you guys all know I'm a huge fan of Michael Sealey's meditation channel. So Michael Sealey, I'm recommending these meditations to a lot of my clients lately. I've been doing them lately, really been helping me. In the future, I hope to post some meditations for you guys that I do myself. But meditating is going to be great. Guiding yourself through a meditation is even more powerful. But I would definitely explore this more if you haven't already, especially if you want to manifest something. I'm loving the money manifestation meditations. Those are always on point for me. So these are your gifts. You've got the claircognizance, the inner knowing, very gifted with dreaming and meditating, maybe even interpreting people's dreams as part of this, or interpreting people's meditations. And then you're very clairsentient. And so this definitely, I mean, strong shaman qualities, strong healer qualities, very psychic, very intuitive. Do you have to become like a healer or a shaman or somebody who sells crystals or does readings? No, you know, these gifts can just be for you to kind of forward your way in life, you know, to be able to trust in yourself, learn to trust your feelings and your inner knowing, you know, dreaming and meditating towards your dreams and goals and plans. You can just use this in your own life. Maybe because of this gift, you realize that you're very artistic and that's something that ends up being really pleasant for you to do, maybe as a path for a hobby or even for work. And so what I'm seeing with this is that if you choose a life path that's in alignment with these gifts, you will definitely be really happy. I always tell people that money flows where your energy and passion goes. So if you're choosing a gift where you have to, or a path where you have to ignore your feelings, where you can't trust yourself, you don't really have the ability to dream, that's going to really make you feel constricted in life. So knowing your gifts will help you know the right path to choose. For you, anything where you can be a leader, where you can really maybe even make your own schedule and be able to trust your feelings is going to be a good path for you as far as career and work goes. Definitely some kind of like entrepreneur path. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards about how you can best use your gifts and utilize them right now. So they're saying use your gifts to start a new path for yourself. Oh, some more cards came out. So they're saying use your gift to create a new path for yourself. This is saying like, this is almost saying like you're being called to a shaman path. You're being called to really use your gifts. Maybe it's even using your gifts to create a community or to help others. I know that you mentioned that you started like a little Instagram page where you were like posting healing messages, spiritual messages, uplifting messages. You've already done this in a lot of ways. You've already found your way onto a path where you're uplifting and inspiring other people. I feel like this is a message to keep on keeping on. This might develop into something. Follow that path. I also see you can use your gifts to get money. You know, there's been a struggle in this area of your life, and they're saying it's about pulling up your worthiness and your self-esteem and your self-respect to know that you have the ability to let your talents and gifts be known. And to maybe even create a portfolio or a body of work where you can really start to share your gifts and shine and find some work. Maybe that's what this account is that you created. Maybe you'll be doing some consulting work in the future. It's about trusting yourself with what path you're being guided on right now. There is a lot of frustration here revolving your future and choosing a path. Once again, we keep seeing this card of some betrayal in the past. But they're saying take all this energy and put it into your creativity. All this energy and all these emotions that want to come up right now, express it through your creativity. And this is about getting out of a toxic environment and becoming a leader, surrendering your will. So I feel like they're trying to inspire you to become some kind of leader, to do something really enterprising with this knowledge you have, to really think outside of the box and to allow yourself to recognize that you're worthy, to become an entrepreneur, to create a heart-based service or product or gift to offer others. And this is a part of it, your spiritual gifts. So how about we pull some cards for like what action do you need to take when it comes to implementing your gifts into your life? And we'll pull from my Enchanted Tarot because I don't think we've used that one yet. Oh, that's such a sweet card to see. Wow. Okay, I'm going to stop it at that. I feel like these are the messages. I mean, how clear of a message can we get than this one? This is the High Priestess. It is the card that stands for intuition. So this is about using your gifts to listen to your inner voice and to become more aware of your spiritual nature. This is about using your gifts in solitude and silence to find your way forward. Maybe also learning about the moon cycle. So learning about the moon cycle in order to manifest your abundance and manifest opportunities in your life. I feel like tapping into you and your energy, you've already done some of this, but as a reminder, doing certain things and acting certain ways during different phases of the moon is going to really help you increase energy towards your manifestation, towards your desires. For instance, during the new moon, which we have approaching, it's a really good time to set intentions and set goals, to vision board, to plan, to make a list, and to envision what you want to create in your life. During the first quarter moon, that is when you take action towards your goals and desires. Then when the moon is full, you let go, you surrender, you release your expectations, kind of recommit yourself to your vision in a way. And then during the balsamic moon, the last quarter moon, you are resting and reflecting and being open to receive what you've manifested. And usually on the new moon of the next moon cycle is a harvest time when you're receiving. And so this is about getting in tune with the moon cycle. And I feel like this could also be a message about getting in tune with your period, getting in touch with your own moon cycle, realizing that during certain times of your cycle, you're going to be more energetic than others. Other times you're going to be more introspective, and learning how to flow with that, not pushing yourself to go out and put yourself out there if you're at a time where you're not feeling like that. This is also saying, once again, retreat into silence. These gifts are going to help you create more harmony in your life. This is about going quietly within. And so through these gifts, you're going to reach a new level of spiritual awareness. You're going to realize the power of your intuition. It's going to help you see things in your life as they should be for your highest good. And you might even decide you might share your gifts with others. So next is the Star. This is about really recharging yourself. Enjoy being the star of your own life story. I think this is about taking these gifts and sharing them, and you already created a wonderful outlet for yourself to do that. So I feel like this is like a keep on keeping on message. I feel like this is a path for you. Continue to share your gifts and your inner guidance. And it's saying, let your ideas pour out and nourish people that you love. Let your mind dwell on what is good and pleasant in your life and avoid negativity for a while. So that's a really good goal. Why not just try to avoid negativity just for a little bit? See what that does for you. Let those doubts kind of fall away and continue the path that you set for yourself. They're saying it's really important for you that you express your creativity by creating art. And so they're telling you use these gifts to create art, because I feel like especially the clairsentience card is talking about your connection with feelings. And if you bottle all this up and don't create an outlet for yourself, it's going to be very frustrating. And so let's go ahead. I'm going to add this as a bonus to your reading. Let's look into your artistic gifts. Once again, for anyone who's watching, simply search Rainbow Harmony, what are your artistic gifts? And I have a pick a card reading for free on this. But if you would like, to know more specifically, you can always hit me up, promiseharmony.com/services. But I'm going to pull some cards for you on your artistic gifts, just for some options. These can be some ways you can express your energy right now. It could even be a potential career path for you. So let's go ahead and see what your artistic gifts are. Wow, you have a lot of gifts. So they're saying, first of all, you have a gift with visual arts. Now, there's a lot of things on this list. I'm going to read it to you. Go ahead and trust if there's anything jumping off here that resonates with you. Okay, so visual arts could include ceramics or drawing or painting or sculpture, printmaking, design, crafts, photography, video, filmmaking, architecture. industrial design, graphic design, fashion design, interior design, decorative art, makeup, hairstyling, computer art, comics, collage sourcing creative work, like a magazine or something like that, environmental art, comics, graffiti, mixed media, installation art, woodcrafts, landscape art, and set design. So you're really good at the visual arts. And so this is saying there's something on this list, maybe even a couple things that you could choose to move forward with right now just to get your energy expressing itself. Maybe this isn't what you end up doing overall in your life, but it could be a way for you to move forward right now. For instance, in the past, I used to do a lot of writing, like music writing and fashion writing. That's not really 100% what I'm doing right now anymore. I ended up moving into doing makeup artist work, fashion styling, like I always tell you guys about, obviously tarot reading. But because of the experience I had writing, I made a lot of connections that helped me forward in my fashion career. And also, just so much practice writing has been helping me when I connect with you guys and write anything here or on my Instagrams or whatever. It's just really cool how somehow the path will lead you forward, even if, let's say you pick ceramics and you work on that, but then you end up giving it up, it's not your thing, but maybe it helps you realize you love working with your hands, and so you start doing like wood crafts or something like that. So just be open to trying something. I feel like you need to give yourself a space to try. So many people don't try because they get hung up on like, what if I make the wrong decision? But every decision moves you closer towards your truth. You need to create a space for yourself in your life to almost be like a child and just try different things sometimes. Never too late to try, never too late to pick up something new. So very gifted in the visual arts. I also see you're good at conceptual art. This could include body art or tattoos or piercings, found object art, street installations. It could be like a video or visually strong. This is different than traditional art because it usually has a very strong message and a strong theme, a strong purpose. There's a lot of planning involved and it's more conceptual. So maybe we're talking about conceptual art here because your concept is more around like positivity and peace and spirituality, and that's kind of what you're putting out there right now as far as like creating your mood board and vision board, creating a community online of like-minded people. And so I see that in here, and maybe it's visual because you're doing photography and you're including video, and so I feel like maybe you should just get more into what you're already doing. You know, there's a message here that says you're already on the right path. Maybe work more with photography and filmmaking, find a way to get to the next level with the information you're putting out. But also, maybe you need to pick something more tactile as well to maybe get your hands and your energy in motion and really expressing your feelings, you know, to help for an outlet for this gift, this clairsentience. There's another message coming out that you could be gifted in textile arts. So maybe in the future you have like a clothing line or something that forwards your mission or your brand. Maybe you just want to do some knitting or quilting or tailoring or weaving or dyeing. So definitely something about textile arts is also coming up here. So it's a lot. Maybe that's what's hard. I see so many people that have so many gifts, are so talented, and they're like, how do I pick one? But, you know, if you have to draw straws, you know, if we have to pull a card, which one to pick, you know, so be it. I think it doesn't really matter what you pick so much as that your heart's in it, that it's something you desire, that it's fun for you. I always tell people, pick the path of your inner child. That's the path that's going to be the most fun for you and most fulfilling. And so really trust the inner child, trust what's inside, and pick something, start working towards it. You know, you might have to start by making a vision board just to get a clear picture or a clear intention of what it is that you want. And now's a really good time because we're in sync with the moon cycle here. It's going to be a new moon. And so this is a good time to get a visual together of what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, what it is you want to create, how you want to implement these gifts and move forward. And in about a week, you know, when we get that first quarter moon, you'll intuitively be given guidance on how to move forward and what steps you need to take as far as the action goes. Maybe that includes researching, you know, being mentored or learning more about what you want to move forward with. Maybe it's about gathering the tools, the materials, the supplies that you need so you can get started. One thing a day towards your future, towards your gifts, towards your dreams. I feel like you're probably going to be offering your spiritual gifts more professionally in the future. I see that for some people, not for everybody, you know. So everybody who's watching, might not be a best message for you, but to the person I'm doing this reading for, I definitely see that in your cards. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and get a final message about all of this beautiful information that came through from my angel deck. I love this magic card. It's reminding you that you are the master creator of your life and you can make anything happen. If you want to make a change, if you just decide, you know what, I'm going to be an artist or I'm going to take a step in this direction, you can do it. You can quantum jump to another timeline. You know, you can make a shift. And so don't forget there's that magic. Be tender with yourself and realize that you are worthy and you have the ability to be able to transform. They're saying abundance is going to come into your life. You'll be gifted all the money that you need to move forward. Like one of my favorite spiritual teachers, Doreen Virtue, says, first you take action, then the money comes. So you might want to start a business or a company or try something new, and you might just have to take action in blind faith. Reminds me of when I started my fashion business. I just had to go to the thrift store and purchase like dollar clothes and put them on the model until, you know, I manifested the money. I first took action and then later the money came. And so you got to take a leap of faith and just start where you are with whatever materials you have. I'm telling you to go with the flow, you know. They're saying you have the ability to flow through this period in your life with grace. There is no rush. There is no hurry. Once again, visualize. I feel like they're reminding you to make that vision board a mood board. That's been a huge message to so many people lately. So I feel like it's where we're at right now in the energy. Visualization. Release any of the doubts that are getting in the way, because you are a powerful light worker and you came here to raise the planet's vibration through your love, through your light, and simply just by being who you are and utilizing your talents and gifts. Trust what's inside. I'm sending you guys so much love and light with this reading. Peace out.